Cowboys sideline. But I guess that's a different discussion for a different day. All right, the Cowboys are currently in negotiations with Dak Prescott and lock up their young stars. Yahoo reported that it's actually Stephen Jones, not Jerry Jones, that's now running the show in Dallas. Apparently, Stephen has been making all of the big decisions the last 3 years. One NFL agent said this: Jerry used to just pay everyone. Now he says all these nice things about a player, but Stephen ends up being the one who decides when and how they get their money, or if they get paid at all. Compared to Jerry, Stephen is so cheap, too. He doesn't want to pay big deals without a fight. Shannon, is this a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a bad thing. Skip, I don't really have a problem with him being a tough negotiator. He should fight to hold on to the money. But for him to come out, you never heard Jerry say this. The guys have earned their money, but they need to take a discount. They need to give us a discount. Jerry paid, and in return, what he got for paying the guys the big bucks was undying loyalty. If those guys were injured in the slightest, they're going out there to lay it on the line for Jerry. There's nothing those guys wouldn't do for Jerry when it came to getting on the field and winning the ball game. In return, Jerry paid them handsomely. Stephen, on the other hand, he wants that kind of loyalty, but he's not going to get what his dad got, Skip, because, these guys, and he said it. Oh, these guys have earned big paydays. They've been unbelievable. But they need to give us a discount. That's not how Jerry did business.
That is not.
And Jerry was rewarded. Look, and people are like, well, they have a salary cap. The salary cap went into place in '93. So Jerry's been working on a salary cap for 25 years. Well, they say the last 3 years, Stephen and the rest of the article, Skip, has been running the team. So Jerry worked under the salary cap for 22, 23 years. So Jerry understands it. He found a way to get it done. But Skip, you know this. In the salary cap sport, it's hard to keep everybody when you have to pay everybody. That's why you have to, prioritize. You know, look, when times turn hard, look, there are necessities. I got to pay my rent, got to pay my car note, my mortgage. The first thing they got to go in a hard time is what? It's a luxury item. You know, the gym. I'm sorry, Skip. I got to cut that gym out. All of a sudden, I can't get my mani and pedi. So you're going to have to prioritize, Stephen. I know you want to keep everybody, but you can't. You got to prioritize. No. This is not the way you do business, and it's going to come back to bite them, Skip. They're not going to give Stephen the loyalty that they gave his dad.
So what does Shannon Sharpe remind me of on almost a daily basis on this show? That undying loyalty has gotten Jerry how many Super Bowls lately? What's it been, since 1995?
It got him 3, though.
Oh.
Got him 3 of them big old things.
Let's see. The last one came after the 95 season, and we're in 2019. I can't even do the math.
I want you to remember that.
Yeah.
I want you to have that.
I'm reminding you that you always remind me of that. That's what undying loyalty got you.
Yes.
If this is true, this is huge for my Dallas Cowboys. And I'm not sure it's exactly been handed completely over to Stephen, but what is happening before your very eyes, or not before your very eyes, is the bad cop is becoming the captain now. Because in the old days, it was good cop Jerry, bad cop, but good cop had the final say. The buck stopped on the good cop's desk, not on the bad cop's desk. So what has Jerry been known for? Inserting foot in mouth, that's number one, and loving his star players, making them all like sons to Jerry Jones.
All of them.
So all of a sudden, Daddy Jones is no longer in power, if in fact this is true. So all of a sudden, a Jerry who put his arms around every star is being replaced by a Stephen who keeps arm's length from all the stars, okay?
Yes.
And what do I know about Jerry's kids? The first thing I knew came from my old friend, the agent Lee Steinberg, now the agent for your guy, Patrick, my homeboy, but in the old days, he was Troy Aikman's agent.
Oh, he was a lot of guys' agent.
A lot of guys'
Warren
agent,
Moon,
but
he had a lot of guys.
Lee told me right away as he got to know the Jones family because of the Troy Association, he went #1 in the draft. He said, Jerry's kids are whip smart. Jerry could be here and there and everywhere, but the kids are whip smart. And that was Stephen at the top, and then Charlotte 2 years the junior, and she went to Stanford, and then Jerry Jr. is 3 years younger than Charlotte. Stephen went to Arkansas only because Jerry played at Arkansas. And I think that Jerry, being a major donor to Arkansas, arranged for Stephen to be a walk-on player at Arkansas. And he did make the team all 4 years, and he did letter all 4 years for what it's worth, and he did he started his final game at Arkansas, which was the 87-year Orange Bowl against my Oklahoma Sooners. The final score was 42-8 Oklahoma. But Stephen played safety, and he started that game for what it's worth.
That might be why they got 42 points.
It could be. And it could have been like,
oh, that's why.
Let's give him a parting gift. You know, let's send him out right so Jerry will be happy with us.
Your first start is in the Orange Bowl.
In the Orange Bowl. Way to go. Way to go. Okay. But Stephen always, and I spent a lot of hours around Stephen, and he was the flip side of Jerry. He had Jerry's ego, but he did not have Jerry's showmanship. He was much happier to stay back in the shadows a little bit. If you ask him, he'll talk.
Yes.
You've heard him on his radio show. He will really talk. But he was Jerry's conscience. He was Jerry with a delete button. Because if Stephen started to say something, you could see his mind working. No, I shouldn't. I better pull that one. Delete, right? And if Stephen thought about giving somebody a deal at the last second instead of plunging the way Jerry does, let's just pay him. He's a great guy. He's my son. Let's pay him. Stephen would be like, delete, no, delete. So Stephen is Jerry far less emotionally. He is far more dispassionate than Jerry is about the Cowboys. So as a negotiator, he plays hardball. And he's no soft touch. So he's not Daddy Jerry, so the players can't run upstairs to Stephen and say, my coach is being hard on me. And because Daddy Jerry'd say, I'll fix it. I got it. I'll talk to him.
And ever since Jimmy left, players could always bypass the coach and go straight to Jerry.
Okay, so why won't this be better in the long run? Why won't this pay Super Bowl dividends? Because you need a bad cop at the top. You need somebody to say no.
But you do, Skip, but here's the thing. But when guys have angst or they have a dislike because they feel you shortchanged them, they're less apt to give you their all. It's the thing with Jerry. Because Skip, when you think about this, Jerry released all of them. Troy, Emmett, Michael. Who gave their Hall of Fame induction? Jerry. Let that sink in.
They love him.
Your boss fired you, and at your biggest crowning achievement, you say, I want him to come and present me.
Okay. And I'm here to predict going forward, Stephen Jones will never induct anybody into the Hall of Fame. Not one.
No.
Because there's going to be no love lost because there'll be none gained.
Just like Al. Al Davis, all the guys that went in.
Okay.
Al presented because Al would pay. Al would look. All I care about, can you get to the field on Sunday? If you can get to the field on Sunday, even if you're intoxicated, even if I just had to bail you out of jail, can you make it to the field? You can play good. We good.
Correct.
And that's how Jerry. Because who was Jerry's idol? Al Davis. When he got to the league, he cozied up.
He was his mentor.
He cozied up to Al.
I told you in that first year, Jerry chose to bring Oakland to camp so they could have 3 days of camp practice so that he and Al could go to dinner every night and he could pick his brain.
Yes.
How do I do this? He was Al Jr.
Right. And so he saw so really, okay, guys going to get in trouble. We're not going to have choir boys. And Al always felt, Skip, you needed those type of players to win. Because if you had 53 choir boys or 46 choir boys, you weren't winning jack.
And there's one other big difference between Jerry and Stephen on the Al Davis account. Remember, Al Davis coached at the highest level. He was decorated in both the AFL and the NFL. Jerry was decorated on the college level because he was a starter for a national championship team. Stephen had to just hang on as a walk-on. So Jerry has never had any resentment of his stars. This is just me analyzing Stephen a little bit from a distance. Stephen is a little resentful. They got the talent I wanted. I was a walk-on safety. I started one game in my whole career, and if I'd had that guy's talent or that guy's talent, and now they want to come here and gouge me for $50 million, no, I'm not going to do it.
And that's the thing. But the thing is, if you think about the Cowboys is really the only organization, Skip. They print money. They own all the copyrights. So they can, if Zeke has a touchdown where he's eating or something, they'll put a T-shirt that night and get it out tomorrow. They can do that. So they print money. Stephen, keep the guys happy. You keep the guys happy, that was the thing, Skip. Now, granted, Jerry's made some bad decisions as far as personnel, But it seems to be now that he's turned it over that Will McClay is doing most of the
He
draft.
has, and that's a huge difference too.
And
I would agree.
They really haven't missed on their guys. You look at from Tyron Smith to Zach Martin to Travis Frederick to all those guys, they really haven't missed. But that's the thing, is that when you identify a guy, you draft him, and he's what you think he is, you're going to have to pay him.
Yep.
He wants to get compensated.
At every crucial junction in the history of the Dallas Cowboys, the conscience, Steven,
Yes.
always fought Daddy Jerry to say, no, no, no. They almost got in a fist fight over the Deion Sanders deal because Steven's point was, you're bidding against yourself. He wants to come here.
Right.
He won a championship with San Francisco. Now he wants to come win one with Dallas.
Right.
And he did.
Right.
And so they got into a fight over that. And then the next flashpoint was Johnny Manziel. And I love Johnny, but I said, if he's got alcohol or other issues, I'm off the bandwagon. And Steven was the one on draft night who stepped up and said, Jerry, no. And he calls him Jerry.
All of the kids call him Jerry.
Jerry.
They don't call him
Jerry,
that.
no. He's the bad cop. He's the conscience.
But you know what, Skip? Jerry would do what? The guys would go out. Jerry go hang with the guys.
Yeah, he will.
He go hang with. Steven's not going to do that.
No.
Steven's not going to do that. And that's why they look at Jerry. Jerry's like an older brother or uncle that they can go hang with, shoot the breeze with. That's what Jerry is. Now, Steve, that's different. And so guys are going to have to transition to like, man, I heard Jerry would do all this, and Steven's nothing like Jerry.
Takes a little time. That takes a little time to adjust.
All I'm saying, Dak.
I'm smelling Super Bowl. I'm smelling it.
I'm smelling Dak Prescott.
Oh, there's a smell for
I
it
have
now.
to
I didn't
smell that
realize
Super
That's Dak Prescott say, well, y'all better get Jerry here because I want my money.
Really?
I want my money. Get Jerry, and then Steven, you handle Zeke and Amari. But I need Jerry for this one.
They can split the duties. That's a good idea. How about this for a story? Why are the Buffalo Bills talking about O.J. Simpson?
Oh, my goodness.
Didn't know I'd be